Now's a great time to hop on the Dragapult bandwagon. It's one of the strongest decks in Prismatic Evolutions and one of the strongest decks post-rotation as well. On top of that, Pokemon just revealed that a Dragapult EX League Battle deck is on the way, and even if you don't get in right this second, yeah, you could come in a couple of months, buy a Dragapult League Battle deck, and get rolling. So today, we're going to go and play some Dragapult EX in the Prismatic Evolutions format, talk about how the deck works right now, and potentially talk about some ways of upgrading your League Battle deck tomorrow or whenever you get the deck. I'm Jeff from inthirdperson.com. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. And let's talk about Dragapult EX. I am referring to a build by, let me pull up their name here, Halo Cat Cutie. They won Late Night 240 with this exact build that I'm going to showcase today with a record of 12-2. Congratulations to them. We played this on stream today. I had a really great time playing this build of Dragapult. So it's a stage 2 Pokemon, dragon type with 320 HP, 2 attacks. First one, Jet Headbutt, does 70 damage for colorless energy. Second attack is Phantom Dive for a fire and a psychic energy, does 200 damage, and you put 6 damage counters on your opponent's bench Pokemon in any way you like. Being able to move that damage around is incredible because you can set up some really big multi-knockout turns or just take multiple knockouts on the turn that you use Phantom Dive, depending on what the situation is. And even if you're in a deficit, Dragapult can make insane comebacks that other decks cannot, making it one of the biggest threats in the game. Let's dive a little deeper into the deck list here. We've got 4 copies of Dreepy to help set up. We've got 4 copies of Drakloak, and oftentimes we want to spend our time evolving slowly into the Dragapult as often as we can, because Recon Directive is a nice draw engine built into the deck. It lets you look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put one into your hand and one at the bottom, helping you get through and find those pieces a little faster. We've got why does the deck builder do this? It's a 2-1-2 line of Dusknoir. When you can blow up your Dusknoir, like you cough up a prize and take it off the board, but you get to drop 13 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon, letting you take out a smaller target or soften up a bigger target for Dragapult to take out of the active. And then the Dusclops is not that bad either, letting you drop 5 damage counters on one of your opponent's Pokemon by simply blowing it up. From there, we've got the new addition to the deck, Budew, and 2 copies of it. Itchy Pollen is so annoying. It is an attack for 0 energy, does 10 damage, and during your opponent's next turn, they can't play any item cards from their hand. There's a lot of decks running Budew, and Dragapult is one of the biggest benefactors of Budew because this oftentimes gives you a number of extra turns for you to set up. Dragapult can be a little slow and clunky at times, and that's been one of my biggest issues playing the deck up to this point, but Budew helps fix that a lot if you're able to establish your item lock. We've got 1 copy of Fezandipiti EX, where its Flip the Script ability lets you draw 3 cards if one of your Pokemon was knocked out on the previous turn. 1 copy of Lumineon V gets you a supporter card from your deck and puts it into your hand when you play Lumineon from your hand to the bench. If you play a Nest Ball, not going to work. If you play it from your hand, you can access Luminous Sign. And oftentimes you're going to be grabbing Arven for like a Rare Candy for a Seal Stone or some sort of combo along those lines to get further set up. 1 copy of Radiant Alakazam, very cool card in the deck, has the ability that allows you to move 2 damage counters from one of your opponent's Pokemon to another one of your opponent's Pokemon, helping you just adjust the math here and there so that you can take even more KOs on a turn. And then, yeah, we've talked about Duskull already, so let's move on to trainer cards. 4 copies of Arven lets you search your deck for an item and a tool card and put them into your hand. Lots of great items in this deck and a couple of great tool cards here. In particular, for a Seal Stone lets you grab any card from your deck and put it into your hand. You'll have to equip this to the Lumineon to use it and then use that as your V-Star power. We also have Sparkling Crystal here, which reduces the attack cost for Terra Pokemon by 1, making it so that you don't have to cover the Fire and Psychic. You can just use one or the other and you're good. 3 copies of Iono for hand disruption. Both players shuffle their hands, put it to the bottom of their deck, and then draw equal to the number of prize cards they have remaining. This can be especially devastating towards the late game, where you're leaving your opponent with like 2, maybe even as few as 1 card. 2 copies of Lance. This is a relatively new addition to the deck in a post-Budew world where you can't rely on being able to play Ultra Ball in order to get Pokemon. Lance gets you 3 Dragon Pokemon, reveal them, and put them into your hand, then shuffle your deck. So any combination of Dreepies, Drakloaks, and Dragapults, you're good. The problem with Lance long-term is that Lance rotates in the end of March in Pokemon TCG Live and then in April for in-person play. So this is a card that's not going to have a particularly long shelf life, but if you're playing it in the Prismatics Evolutions format, so if you're playing it right now, you gotta have Lance in there. 1 copy of Professor Turo Scenario lets you put 1 of your Pokemon in play into your hand. Just scoop something out that has like a Dragapult that's got damaged, or a Pokemon that you don't want to cough up multiple prizes, like a Fezandipiti. 1 copy of Crispin lets you search your deck for 2 basic energy cards of different types, reveal them, put 1 into your hand, and attach the other 1 to 1 of your Pokemon. So you can use this to power up a Dragapult in 1 turn. 1 copy of Boss's Orders lets you gust an opposing bench Pokemon into the active. 4 copies of Buddy Poffin lets you bench 2 basic Pokemon up to 70 HP or less in 1 go, so really effective card. 3 copies of Ultra Ball, you discard 2 guards, grab a Pokemon of your choice. 2 copies of Counter Catcher, when you're behind on prizes, you can gust an opposing bench Pokemon into the active spot. 2 copies of Night Stretcher lets you recover a Pokemon or a basic energy from your discard pile. Just put it back into your hand, so being able to grab something like that Fezandipiti back if it gets KO'd, so you can draw more cards, stuff like that. We've got 2 copies of Nest Ball to get our basics down. In particular, our big basics, like our Fezandipiti EX in particular, is too big for Buddy Poffin, so we will want to use Nest Ball to get that down. We've got 2 copies of Rare Candy. This is one of the big changes in a Prismatic format, a post-Budew format, where Rare Candy lets you evolve from your basic to your stage 2. However, Budew is an item locking Pokemon, and there's going to be fewer opportunities these days to use Rare Candy. So we have 2 Rare Candy here, and we just try and rely on evolving up the old-fashioned way more often than not. Still nice to have that here. We can even use this to evolve the Dusknoir a little faster as well. 1 copy of Earthen Vessel lets us discard a card and then grab 2 basic energy cards from our deck and put them into our hand, ideally grabbing that fire and psychic energy in 1 go. 1 copy of Rescue Board can give you a little bit of a pivot where it reduces retreat cost by 1. 1 copy of Forest Seal Stone, we talked about this, and the Sparkling Crystal already. And then our stadiums of choice, we've got 1 copy of Artazon here to get a basic non-rule box Pokemon into play, and then a Temple of Sinnoh to turn any special energy into just a single colorless energy with no other special effects. Last but not least, energy splits. We've got 3 copies of Fire and 3 copies of Psychic. General game plan, you want to go second, and you are going to ideally want to play Budew in order to item lock to get yourself set up. Otherwise, you're getting down your Dreepies and your Duskulls in order to set those up and ideally get attacking with Dragapult as soon as possible, spreading out those damage counters in ways that set up multiple KOs in 1 go, while also taking KOs along the way. And then you can fix the math as well with the Dusclops or the Dusknoir, so you can just have some really devastating turns where you're taking 3, 4, maybe even 5 prizes in 1 go. I will admit, I find this to be one of the tougher decks in the game to play. It definitely takes a lot of practice to get comfortable with knowing what scenario you're in and where to put the damage counters and what to swing into the active in order to really maximize your turns. But if you're willing to put in the time to really get comfortable with Dragapult and what it does, it's incredibly rewarding and incredibly powerful in a competitive environment as well, and not just in the Prismatic Evolutions format, but post-rotation as well. All right, let's get to these matches. Okay, there we go. We got it. We got it right here. The King. Let's see how this Budew stuff works. I have admitted I haven't been playing too much of late, between just like trying to make all that post-rotation content on the YouTube channel and me having a crippling addiction to Pokemon Pocket. I haven't been playing much live, so let's see what we can do. All right, Charizard, let's go. I think we want to switch up our hand. Like, Iono, let's see how much they empty their hand out. We could hold. We could hold. He reminds me of an old card. Are you wailing in pocket? No. I have spent more money than zero, but I have not had to sell the house in order to maintain playing the game. What do you mean? What's the point of Pokemon Pocket? It's Pokemon cards, and you play Pocket, and you can collect cards. It's awesome. Okay, so they preemptively got a Zard. I don't like that. I don't like that. So we're gonna shake up their hand. Let's go get 2 Dreepies, and we can use the Nest Ball for a Duskull. Or yeah. I probably should have kept it for the Fez. That's okay. And I don't want them to have the Pidgeot preemptively. So let's just go in Iono. And we'll see what happens. Pocket Monsters Pocket. Yeah, I don't know what they call it in Japan. It's Alakazam here. And do we need a 3rd Dreepy? I don't know if we do. Sure. At some point, this is going to get knocked out. And we're going to have to make some stuff happen. So, although we did get, we kind of Iono'd ourselves into a much worse hand. I don't like this. Oh, they got the Moltres? Okay. Okay. I think we're playing against someone with the League. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're playing against someone with the League Battle deck. Okay, if the goal is they're going to try and play it that way, that seems fine. Okay, I think we can get rid of the Buddy Poffin. And I think we get rid of the Counter Catcher here as well. Let's go get a Drakloak set up here. And then we will go and Recon Directive and just dig and see what cards we can get. Oh, we get a Fire Energy off the rip. That's fantastic. And I don't know what I want with the Arven right now. Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look. What can we get? We get an item, a Forest Seal Stone. Can't do anything with that right now. Sparkling Crystal. Don't need that. I guess an Ultra Ball and... yeah, we're kind of stuck, aren't we? We ourselves are kind of stuck. Oh, we can start moving damage over to like the Pidgey or something. Yeah, so they've got... So just keep in mind, if this is a very strong sign we're playing against someone with the League Battle deck, because they've got this Moltres here. The League Battle deck has a lot of energy in it. It's like 10. Okay, we get Iono. That's fantastic. So the other Charizard decks that are running like 5 energy, this would be a nightmare. But right now, ooh, we're going to pop off. We are going to pop off. Now, it would have been nice in order to Gust. Oh, we can take out this Pidge, though. We can take out the Pidge, no problem. So we're going to take out this Charmander and the Pidgey. And our opponent is going to be very sad. And we should actually move some of the damage to something else. Yeah, we'll move it to the Charmander. So we will go grab... Let's grab Night Stretcher here. We don't need the other Dreepy right now. Lance would be not bad. We can grab ourselves the other... Yeah, let's go play a Lance here. So we can grab... Yeah, we'll just thin. We'll grab the Drakloak, Dragapult. And I guess we'll grab... Do we need 3 Dragapult right now? Like, really? Sure, we'll just take it out of the deck for the time being. And we will move the damage from this Charmander. We're going to knock it out anyway, so not too concerned about that. We'll move 1. Yeah, sure. We'll drop it here. And actually, you know what? If we take out the 2 Charmanders, then they have no attacker. They have, like, nothing. And actually, let's go and evolve the Drakloak up. Do we want that, or we want to take out the... Yeah, we'll take the Fez. Yeah, I'm not worried about this at all. So let's go and retreat. And we go into the Dragapult, and we are going to Phantom Dive. We take out this Charmander. We take out the second Charmander. 5, 6, 7, and we'll go soften up the Pidge. And yeah, like this swinging for what? Oh, I think this is a snipe attack too, right? Yeah, so they do 120. Sure, they can take out a Drakloak. That's not the end of the world. They're going to be in way worse shape. Again, I'm not using this to say like the Charizard League Battle deck is bad or anything. I think Charizard in and of itself is inherently in a tough spot against Dragapult. And then on top of that, they are playing the League Battle deck, which is missing some key attack pieces here. So if I were my opponent, I guess I would take out a Drakloak here in hopes of... Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We can take out this Charmander, too. Yeah, sure. They can go and grab that. We'll Alakazam some damage, the Pidgey damage over to the Charmander, and then we take out the Moltres and the Charizard. They don't have the energy? Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, we can board wipe. We can board wipe right now. Let's go. Okay, so let's go do this. We will move some damage from... I didn't even have to do this. So let's go and evolve the Dusknoir. And we're dropping 13 damage counters at this point. So let's go and Curse Blast. We'll blow up the Pidgey. Yeah, so this is a 3-prize turn. This was disgusting. This was absolutely disgusting. Oh, man. Again, our opponent playing, a somewhat underpowered deck here, but just using this to demonstrate potential attack lines here and ways in which Dragapult can absolutely dominate your opponent. Like, these types of scenarios, regardless of the opposing deck that you are playing, can absolutely happen with the power of this deck and the way that you can map out your damage counters and move them around the board. You can set up some insane plays where you're taking multiple prizes in one go. And in 2 turns, yeah, 1 turn we took out 2, and then in a second turn we took out 3 prizes. That was absolutely nuts and really showcasing the power of I guess showcasing the power of Dragapult. I don't know if like really showcase. That was really cool. That at the end of the day was really cool and kind of showcased the possibilities that Dragapult has that other decks don't. So that was awesome. GG's. Duskull into nothing is not ideal. Zard is a nice matchup though. We'll get down a Dreepy here. And what's the play? Is there... Is there a world where we could... Yeah, we could blow up the Char... no, they're going to get some stuff down. We could blow up the Charmander. We could blow up the Charmander, or we can item lock it. Well, they get rid of the stadium. So that's kind of annoying. So the item... Oh, okay. Here we go. If we go Rare Candy, Sparkling Crystal, blow up the Charmander, and then we Ultra Ball for a Drakloak, and then we just start setting that up that way. That feels good. Rare Candy... Oh, we don't have Sparkling Crystal. Force Seal Stone. Sure. Could do that. Oh, and then we can go into Budew, an item lock from there. Yeah, that's nice. So we go Dreepy Budew. And we go and evolve up the Dusknoir. And yeah, we can play Lance on the fall. You know what? Do we get rid of the Force Seal Stone now? Oh, no, we don't. We don't do that. We Curse Blast, and we get another card. And we'll blow up the Charmander. We get a card, we item lock them, and I would like to set up... Do we have to rush? Because we're going to have... Okay. And we'll put Budew up. Yeah. Do I get... I think we get rid of Boss. I think we get rid of Boss. And let's go get a Drakloak down. We'll hold on to the 4 Seal Stone. And Rescue Board, Duskull. I think we go with the Rescue Board at this point. And let's just go Itchy Pollen. And we just item lock. And they'll instant charge themselves. And we will... We get a Dragapult. We're not going to set that up right now. I don't think there's any point. We do get a... Ooh, Arven gets us... Arven gets us Sparkling... Earthen Vessel Sparkling Crystal? What? We've prized both or don't have either? Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Okay. So what do we get? This is not ideal. I would have much rather had... Okay, what can we do to better our situation then if we don't have any of those? That's not ideal. Okay, maybe we grab Night Stretcher then and get the Duskull back. Oh, wait, there's no point in getting the Duskull if the Dusknoir... Mistakes were made. Mistakes were made. Okay. This is annoying. I'm sure it's annoying for them too. At least they're drawing a bunch of cards with Rotom. But we did not play this as... Yeah, let's go Iono here. You know what? Let's Drakloak first. And a Rare Candy could be... No, that's not... Yeah, okay. Yeah, you can talk me into a Rare Candy and setting up a Dragapult here. And then let's Iono and get them all the way back down. And we get some energy out of this. That's nice. And we can set up a Dreepy here too. And just keep locking. And hopefully we'll find a fire energy eventually. Man, this Budew is crazy. This is my first time playing Budew. And yeah, this can be incredibly disruptive if you are not ready for it. I'm not sure our opponent is ready for it. Okay, they get to play an Arven. And let's see what they grab. Yeah, Rare Candy 4 Seal Stone's not going to work nearly as well in a world with Budew in it. Though maybe they use 4 Seal Stone to then get like a Charmeleon or something. Let's see. Just instant charge. Okay. A Night Stretcher. I need a fire energy. Please. Okay, we'll take this. We'll take this. And there's no... I could Night Stretcher for the Dusknoir back. I don't think there's any point in doing that right this second, because I can't action that. I would expect in the next 2 turns that Charizard gets set up. They might blow up Budew right here even. Okay. It might have been nice to set up the second Budew, actually. I think we might actually set up the second Budew. Let's go put Duskull up. Put your 3 Duskull from your discard pile. And Samuelo, welcome. How you doing? I just need that fire energy. They're ready to cook with the Defiance Band and stuff, and they're thinking, oh, we're finally free from Budew. Are you winning, son? Hit and miss. We just spent like 45 minutes playing a control matchup that we lost. That was really salty. Temple of Sinnoh, Buddy Poffin. So that was kind of frustrating. And now we are just very slowly grinding our opponent down with Budew here. Trying to find a fire energy. Actually, you know what? We need to Alakazam here. We need to Alakazam and start softening some stuff up. What do we go after? I think we go after the Pidge. The Pidgey on the bench. Let's see how our opponent plays it. Honestly, it's incredible that people still think that they can run heavy Rare Candy in a format with Budew. Yeah, Blitz, welcome. Yeah, I made a comment on YouTube when I saw the Dragapult League battle deck, and I was like, this needs 4 Rare Candy, and everyone was like, nah, we moved to 2. And that very much seems like the case here. Like having to, with Budew being as popular as it is, and you just don't have the same opportunities that you did before. So you kind of have to find other ways to get into your stuff. Otherwise, you get stuck, and they've been stuck for many turns now. And this is not looking great for them. I could Iono again just to get them down to 4 cards. And that might be the I think that's the play. Maybe we Night Stretcher. No, we don't need that Psychic Energy back. Let's go Iono them down to 4 and then item lock. And that gets us 4 cards closer to the fire energy, hopefully. There it is. Okay. Great. Let's lock them. And we'll move some damage from this Pidgey over to the Charmander. And then we will take out the Charizard, or we'll take out the Pidgey and the Charmander, and then we're done. But yeah, our opponent, unfortunately, not in a position to... Oh, Alakazam. All right. All right. I don't have a good answer for that. Where's the rescue board? Did I get rid of the... I feel like I got rid of the rescue board early. No, we didn't. Okay. I mean, not the end of the world if they take out Alakazam. Like, oh, here we go. Arven. And please tell me the rescue board's still in there. I should have... Yeah, there's rescue board. I should have done the second recon directive before using this. Let's grab Night Stretcher here as well. And... Oh, yeah, didn't we prize the Sparkling Crystal? Okay, there's a fire energy. You know what? Let's put the... Oh yeah, we can rescue board, retreat back into Budew is what we can do. Our opponent must be so salty right now. Okay, next turn, we go into Dragapult. Oh, they ready for that Fezandipiti? Okay, yeah, we're gonna take 3 prizes. No, we're gonna take 2. We will take out the Pidgey in the active, and we'll go after the Charmander and just give them no attack options. We'll move some damage off of the Pidgey onto the Charmander, and then we're good. Oh, what are they going to Turo? Are they going to go for the steady fire breathing? What's the play? What's the play? They took that 3 prize play out immediately. I mean, kudos to them, I guess, if they... Let's see. Oh, they're going for it. Let's go. Oh, we can counter catcher now too. Oh, we can have. Okay. Okay. Now we bring in the Dragapult. And we move. I think, yeah, we take out the Charmander. Like, we move up to 2 damage counters. So we'll move 1 to the Charmander. We counter catcher up the Rotom. And I should have attached the energy last just to give us some more options. But we'll go grab a Duskull. We'll go grab... Did we use both our rare candies? Yeah, we did. So we'll have to find a Dusclops at some point if we want. Actually, you know what? We can do that right now. Let's go grab... I don't think we need another Duskull. At most, will be... Dusclops is still in here. Yeah. And then we can Night Stretcher for Dusknoir later. I don't think we need to... I should have moved 2, and then I could have... Yeah, we got the win. GG's. So, we could have done that even better, and I moved 2 damage counters to the Charmander, and then I could have blown up the Dusklops, taken out the Charmander, then taken out the Rotom, plus taken out the damaged Pidgey, and we would have taken 4 prizes in one go. Regardless, though, Budew, absolute nightmare, locking up our opponent who was just not ready with a counter to Budew there. And they just, like, slowly but surely got chipped into oblivion until Dragapult was ultimately ready to take that win. GG's. There we go. That is a look at Dragapult EX in the Prismatic Evolutions format. Again, this deck is incredibly strong in this format, and I had a lot of fun playing it on stream today. And again, now is not a bad time to start practicing Dragapult, even if you're kind of waiting for the Dragapult League Battle deck to drop a little later this year. Play it on Pokemon TCG Live, where the cards are free, or at least you can unlock them with credits, and get practicing up. The deck doesn't really change all that much. Yeah, you'll be losing a Lumineon and a Lance, but there's not a lot that is changing, and the overall playstyle of the deck is largely the same, so it doesn't hurt to practice right now so that you can be ready for when the League Battle deck drops and making your upgrades and going to a tournament and dominating. But for now, I gotta get going. Thank you so much for watching. You can find me on all the things: YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, and Instagram at InThirdPerson. You can find me on Twitch at InThirdPerson, where I stream the Pokemon trading card game every Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And check out the website InThirdPerson.com for more articles and videos on video games, board games, and other nerdy pursuits. So until the next one, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.